Joining us now is someone who has personally taken on ESG investing in his state, West Virginia Treasurer Riley Moore. He's also the Republican nominee for West Virginia's 2nd Congressional District. Welcome to the program. Good to have you on.
Chanel, thanks so much for having me on. Appreciate it.
Tell us about this new approach. There seems to be an explosion in interest as far as investors go. But I think this does explain, to the question that I posed earlier, this does explain why there is a drive to prolong wars overseas. There's a monetary interest in it.
Well, certainly there's always been a monetary interest in wars. One of the things, though, you see a lot of corporations doing, whether it's defense or otherwise, is putting these ESG policies into their investment strategies. And then not only that, also padding their policies with kind of ESG woke kind of posturing so they can get more investment into them. Now, we saw this with BlackRock and a number of other asset managers rating different ESG securities, what they deemed ESG securities. When it was funny, they took Tesla off and then put Chevron on. I'm not sure how that works, but in any event, it was all based on kind of their woke posturing, really, at the end of the day. And what people need to remember about ESG is what it's trying to do is force dollars towards ideas instead of returns. So whatever's in that left-wing corporate agenda, they're trying to force behaviors here in this country and obviously abroad as well. And to be able to do that, they're going to move capital towards that and then pull capital away from things. So here in the state of West Virginia, we're a big fossil fuel state. So they were moving capital away and prohibiting investment and loans to things like coal companies that are so important to us here in West Virginia. And it is quite funny to me that you see defense companies taking this left woke ideological bent when obviously they're making weapons of war. But I guess as long as you have kind of met some type of social or racial criteria in your corporate structure, I guess that's okay. And it's a very hypocritical position, I think, that they find themselves in. But, you know, we're proud here in West Virginia to say that I was the first elected official in the United States to divest our tax dollars from BlackRock and went on to start a coalition around that where we've had another 12 states now do the exact same thing over the last couple of years.
I remember that, yeah.
And it's just going to continue, though, and we've got to continue to fight against ESG because it is going to end up destroying the free market system that we have in this country that has made it so great. But not only that, it's going to capture capital and really push the left-wing agenda further than you've ever seen it before. And obviously, to your point, I mean, this is exactly what's happening.
Well, this was not standard practice in past. This is actually a sudden move. What is driving it? Why do you think there is this move towards defense spending? They do expect there to be more war, or they want more war to continue? Where's the root here?
I think that the way to look at this is because defense is essentially, obviously, a captured industry as it relates to government spending, right? If the government is spending more money, they're making more things. It's the same thing with the green energy industries that are out there. They're all subsidized by federal dollars, so they are also captured as well. It's more of these kind of free market enterprises out here that you see that they have problems with, right? Because at the end of the day, I think it comes down to control, right? It all comes down to control. And I think that's why they're pushing further on this defense industry idea, because it is, as I said, a captured industry, obviously completely beholden many times to our tax dollars. And that's the same thing with the green energy industry. So you look to see who's going to profit from those green energy companies. You will find a BlackRock behind every one of those.
For all our viewers asking where One America News is heading in the future, we would like to introduce you to OAN Live. OAN Live is the best way to stay up to date on all of the hard-hitting, straight-shooting, national and international headlines. And the best part is, OAN Live is only $4.99 per month. All the credible, honest, unbiased reporting One America News offers at a fraction of the cost of cable. Just go to OANN.com to easily sign up for OAN Live and stay informed.